Welcome back to Collab Coffee, episode 21, brought to you by yours truly, Alina Reyes. We have a pretty interesting podcast today. We're going to take a look at the top 3 companies in the cruise industry, break down their financials, and take a look at their stock performance, and discuss cryptocurrency. It's a great listen for those of you who are currently holding stock, those of you who may have picked up some stocks amid the dip in COVID, or those who are interested in investing but just don't know where to start. Because we all have that one friend that tells us, now's the time. But you want to pay attention and hear what I have to say when it comes to stocks in the cruise industry. So did you grab your coffee? Let's get chatting over coffee and break down today's topics. First, we're going to take a look at the cruise industry as a whole, but specifically at the top 3, Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruises, and Norwegian Cruises. 2020 has rocked many industries, but none have been hit harder than those in the cruising industry. With sailings halted at a standstill worldwide, no idea of a foreseeable future when they will resume, one can only imagine the havoc that has been wreaked. When we analyze the financial data for Royal Caribbean, you can see that the company has a good equity debt ratio. However, you want to normally see this number between 1 to 1.5. It appears that they're right on the cusp of being too dependent upon creditors. The company's assets are going up as well as their liability. The company is profitable. You can see that the company has increased almost $3 million from 2017. However, the impact of COVID remains yet to be seen. Then we're going to jump into Carnival Cruise Lines. When you look at their financial data, it's easy to see the company profits are the highest in the industry when comparing the revenue. The company has kept a steady gross profit over the past 3 years. The company carries a good debt to equity ratio, and the operating margin is just past 15%, which means it's just earning enough for operating costs. This number could be greatly improved upon. Norwegian is the smaller of the 3. It's also the newer to the industry, but the revenue is lower than the competitors, but the company shows it has a strong operating margin. The gross margin shows us that though it is small and just starting out, the company outperformed the other 3 because it has a higher profit margin. So out of the 3, this is really the one you really want to concentrate on once things stabilize. Now let's look at the stock for Royal Caribbean. RCL is currently at 72.58 a share, which means that the stock is trading at its highest point, but still lower down, negative 1.86 from the highest average in the 52-week range. With sailings canceled throughout 2020, revenue is down from $3 billion to just $107 million. Dividends have been suspended, so payment for stock is not being received by current stockholders. Even with lessened COVID restrictions, international travel is still in limbo. Add to this that cruise ships are crowds of guests grouped together in confined spaces. It's not an appealing means of travel. The company is struggling to stay afloat. The profitability margin is at negative 88.6%. Personally, I don't think this is a good time to purchase stock in RCL. When we look at Carnival, we see the same pattern. The company is currently at 17.37 a share. The stock surged when an announcement of a vaccine was made by Pfizer, and the company recorded late 2021 booking surge. However, the company is reeling with no firm idea when sailings will begin, as different departure ports have different regulations and closures. Add to this that the dividend payments were suspended. The company is down negative 0.82 from the highest average in the 52-week range and plans to sell 20% of its fleet. Again, I don't recommend investing at this moment. When we look at Norwegian Cruise Lines, though we see that the finances are outperforming the other 2 competitors, it is still down negative 1.03 and in the same issues as their competitors. The dividend payments have been suspended, the company is struggling to keep afloat, and we're not sure when sailings can resume. For investment potentials, I really do not believe that it's a good time to invest in any stock in the cruise industry. The future is uncertain and no way of knowing when the cruise industry will recover. Speaking of the future, let's take a look at cryptocurrencies. How do you feel about it? I personally feel that it really is going to be the currency of our future. But let's take a look. I want to talk to you today about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. Now, obviously, I missed the boat on investing in Bitcoin when it was at its lowest, just starting out. I remember somebody once traded, I don't know how many Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. And I'm pretty sure that that person that sent him a pizza and received all those Bitcoins is probably laughing himself into retirement at a young age. Now, when we look at Bitcoin, obviously, we know that it is extremely high. Currently, it's at 19,229.71. Ethereum, we're looking at it being at 585.75. And Tether is currently at 0.99. So almost $1, but it is more of a reliable coin, a stable coin. It's tied to the US dollar value. Now, when I look at cryptocurrency, if I had to choose to accept one, when it comes to the cruising industry, it would definitely be the use of stable coins. I think it's going to be ideal for the future. Looking at the development of stable coins, it has a future to be used for retail. Excuse me. This would be ideal for cruise companies to incorporate for payment by customers for the reservation. In addition, Facebook has unveiled the WhatsApp coin, which is making perfect for marketing trends where companies are using private communication to speak with clients for sales and customer service. Being able to make payment would work with this. Furthermore, JP Morgan Chase has recently launched the JPM coin, which they want to use for standard of global transfers, which would be ideal for paying worldwide vendors. Since they are tied to the value currency or trade commodities like gold, I really do believe this makes them better for business, as you don't need to worry about drastic drops in value from day to day. I believe that the impact for the cruise industry would be huge once we get past all of the hit that they've been hit with COVID. This is something that they should really look into, because when you consider that the cruise company has a complex and vast global supply chain for ships docked all over the world, you must consider the time to request and set up vendors in the system. It's a very lengthy and detailed process that requires a large number of paperwork, documents, signatures, and approvals. Add to this ensuring that all the vendors are paid, which involves currency conversion, submitting banking details through various wire transfers or SWIFT or ACH. In addition, you have crew members that have to be paid in every ship. The use of cryptocurrency would greatly reduce the number of staff and salary, along with a huge reduction in banking fees. In addition, there wouldn't be a need for so much process and paperwork, as everything would be tied to a smart contract built into the blockchain. Crew members could be paid, send money home, which would be faster and less tedious process for them. All around, it just makes good business sense. From a customer perspective, it would be great to be able to submit your onboard money account and not need to worry about currency conversion. I really do believe that cryptocurrency is the future of money. What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments. I think there's a lot of confusion and misinformation and apprehension, but I do see that we're already using a mostly cashless system between debit card, smart pay, like PayPal, Samsung, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. We bypass going to the bank by using automatically depositing our checks or using that nifty feature in our phone that allows you to auto deposit. And we transfer money to others through Zelle and Cash App. I think the next logical step is using cryptocurrency. It would enable us to eliminate an intermediary, bypass all the fees that financial institutions charge us, and cash, since most things are purchased online or using electronic payment methods. I think if we can get larger corporations to back it, stabilize it with some regulations, the public would feel more at ease and we would be adopting a new currency. Could you imagine a worldwide currency, all electronic? I can't believe it's even a concept, but there you have it. Join me next time and we can look at some more financial insights over coffee. Have a great day.